Hey guys, so I was editing my garden tour and I realized that's a lot of words to say. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I just kind of wanted to summarize, and the point of it is that no matter what happened this year, whether you think you failed or not, whether you wasted things or not, you gardened, and that is the important thing. You gardened. Wow, okay. Foxy, can I have a kiss? Thank you. Hi everyone, she needs to be part of the video and she needs bum pets. The gardening season is almost over, but I'm still going and everything's been going pretty well, nothing too exciting, but I do want to talk to you about when the garden isn't doing too well, or when you don't think you're doing very good as a gardener. I think it's okay to feel upset when things don't go right, and I think it's okay to have doubts, but I just want to make it clear that it's okay to make mistakes and you'll learn from them every year. I make mistakes every year and I'm like, okay, next year I'm not going to grow that, or I'm going to grow it this way. And sometimes you might grow something and then you don't know what to do with it, or you're having a bad week and you just don't get to. But at least you're growing your own food and you're trying, and then each year you'll get a little bit better at what you're trying to do. I picked probably several pounds of cucumbers and I'm like, I'm gonna make more pickles, it's gonna be awesome, and I need to go to the store and get dill, and I just didn't. And then those cucumbers got wasted, and I know that makes you feel guilty, and it could have been food, and it makes me feel guilty too, but next year I know to have everything ready and what I need. This year was my first year canning, so I'm learning, and I want to encourage you to keep trying, because you can only learn more. And hi. With that note, we'll go take a look at the garden. We're gonna go the opposite way this time, and we're gonna do the big garden first. The dad's sunset tomato plant. He's the only one that survived, and he's got this huge tomato which is starting to ripen. Oh, it feels a little squishy. I wonder if I should pick it now. But he's got new flowers. That's awesome. And out of all my tomato varieties, this one has the least heat damage. So I'm gonna grow more of these next year out in the big garden. And then, yeah, it's actually only 2 plants. I thought there was 3 here. But these 2 plants are Jube Jube cherry tomatoes, and there's that running joke where all your neighbors are gonna see your belly because no one ever brings a basket when they're just checking their garden, and then there's always things to harvest. So these are gonna go in my shirt. I should actually wait because I cannot hold my shirt and do a garden tour at the same time. These are my cucumber plants. They are looking a little raggedy and brown down at the bottom, but they're still producing cucumbers. There's a baby one there right next to this one that's ready to pick. Some other ones. And this time I will be sure to have dill ready so I don't waste my cucumbers, because, I mean, it's okay, but it did make me sad. And then these are my jalapenos, which I picked most of them off, but I did miss a few. Maybe I'll try to let these ones ripen on the plant and see if that happens. And then I've got one bell pepper plant over here, and I don't know. Looks like he might have flowers opening. So that's good news. This big guy that was then little, he died. I think he got squash vine borers in him, and he went all mushy and then slowly died. And I cut all these pieces off to try to give energy to this piece where there's actually a squash growing for once. But he died. So try again next year. That's all I can do. And then this is my bean patch. These ones are purple dove. No, these ones are red swan bush bean. And then the ones beside it are purple dove bush beans. And they've got a bunch ready to pick. But I don't know what we're doing for dinner, and again, I don't want to waste them. And I don't mind when they get bigger like this one. They still taste really good, so I'm just going to leave them until I'm ready to harvest. And then the ones in the back are Landra stringless bush beans, and they're also pretty good when they get a little bit bigger. And then in this section here, I sowed radish seeds and carrot seeds. We have quite a few radishes coming up, which is awesome. A little bit of bug damage on that one. But they're going. It might be too hot, but we'll see. And then I did put the carrot seeds here, but I don't see any coming up. It might be, I don't know, too hot. Carrots are picky a little bit. And then me and my boyfriend went and we picked up all the wood for making the garden bigger. I don't know if you can see that. We're gonna do two more high 3-bar to support it, and then I can fill it up a little bit more, and it's gonna be awesome next year. See a cicada? 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 How close can I get to you? Is he gonna eat my tomato plants? I don't think so. It's pretty cool. You don't see them very often. I can hear them. And I'm saying don't try it all to save some of your harvest, but the cucumbers are too far gone. But the pickles I did make are ready, and they are super sour and super dilly. So they're a little hard to eat, but I'm eating them because I made them, and I'm super proud of that. My carrots are done in this bin in the last video. So here is my purple lady bok choy. Getting a 3rd set of leaves. A little bit of bug damage, but something you can't really help. And then I planted red and green lettuce mix and spinach. And not this, whatever that is. And I thought it wasn't going to come up, but it is. And I think that's a lettuce. I'm not really sure. Looks more like a radish to me, but we will see. And there's the spinach. So they're just getting started, but when it gets a little bit cool, they'll actually like it better. This is my mess of flowers, and they're doing good still. They've got a lot of spent flowers, and then they have some that are opening up. Do I save the seeds from here? Or am I too late and I was supposed to save the fluffy part? I'm not sure. And the morning glories are out of control. Hope no one needs a shovel anytime soon. But the flowers are pretty, but right now they are closing up. But I find really neat, if I can find one, and really beautiful, is that the blooms that are ready to open are spirals. And then they just unwrap, and then they're flowers. I think that's really neat. My rosemary's doing good. She probably needs another prune soon. Prune soon. And see, I pruned her where there was 2 leaves growing out of the sides on the main stem, and then each of those leaves started to turn into its own stalk, and that way you can get your plant bigger and bushier. And then I had a surprise. This is a tomato plant, right? I did not plant this here. I just let some weeds go, and so it got really big, and I'm thinking it's a tomato plant. And then I did plant a cucumber in the back, but it hasn't come up yet. I just had some extra ones. Basically what I'm trying to say is don't give up, and usually right now I would, but I'm actually gonna try a fall garden this year, and I'm super excited about that, and something that I learned about this year. And usually I would give up at this time of year, but I'm actually growing a fall garden. So